You want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had no time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. He had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks.
Yo, by the way, Dingbat here. Welcome to day 16 of practice. We got a lot to talk about, a lot happening. Kind of crazy day. What is going on with you guys? I hope you're all having a wonderful Monday. Man, we got a lot to talk about. J-Dog, what's going on? Chris North, Trav, Barbie, the Doll Princess of YouTube, what's going on? AC Fit 79, what's happening? Richard, Twits, Devin, Doobie. KGK, Philly 444, Elijah, what's going on, guys? Crowley, how are you? Anybody that I missed? I think Donnie's here, Frank, Papa Eagle, Mike, Maverick, Antonio, Tyrese. Thank you all for being here. I guess we should jump right into the injury report because that's what we got going on right now. We got, like I said, there's a lot going on. So let's jump right into this mother humper. If I can find it. Oh, I got to share my screen still. Duh. All right. So here's the injury report. Let me get that off. There we go. All right, here we go. So John McMullen says, Eagles Monday practice report. Will not practice. A.J. Brown hamstring. We're going to talk about this. Tariq Castro Fields hamstring. Lewis Sign groin. Landon Dickerson knee. And then Brandon Johnson groin. That's really not that bad, really. Limited Kenyon Green shoulder. Lane Johnson is getting a rest day. And then A.J. Woods. So that's what we really have going on in terms of the injury report. Now, a couple interesting things. One, of course, we know about John Metchie. We're going to talk a lot about him. But if you guys got a chance to listen to Vic Fangio's press conference, one of the things he said he was going to do today was he's going to put Cooper Dejean on the outside in base defense. It's not something that he's going to do full-time or anything like that. He says that one of the problems is they really don't have somebody behind him in the slot. So they're not moving him outside permanently, but they are doing it in base defense. I actually don't think this is a surprise. I think the Eagles want to teach him the base. They want him to teach the safety. He's got to learn every position. So that's what's going on with Dejean, which is interesting, really. Here's some clips of practice. And then you've got the whole A.J. Brown with the hamstring, right? A lot of people are speculating that his hamstring must be worse than it is. This is why they went and got Metchie. Now, you never know. I mean, hamstrings can linger and stuff. It does seem like he had setbacks. But when you see him walking around and stuff, it doesn't look like, I mean, he's not limping or anything like that. So we just don't know. I don't think it's reason to panic, but it is fair to ask, why did the Eagles make that trade? What was that trade about? And I don't have the answers, you know. So I'm going to defer to you guys, see what you guys think. I don't know what's going on. I feel like Howie's got something up his sleeve, and I feel like this is almost like the first shoe to drop. You sound a little sick, Eagles brother. You need the Theraflu. It's a drink. Thank you, man. I have COVID. I have COVID. So I'm actually, the medicine's just starting to make me feel a little bit better, but yeah, I have that. So I apologize for my voice and how I sound, but yeah, I'm just not doing well in terms of that. Just, hanging in there. Let's see here. Sources say Harrison was asking to be traded since he wouldn't be getting any playing time, even if he makes a team, which he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't going to make the team, because it's just too deep. Who's out there? So that's Devontae Smith. But I mean, trading for a wide receiver is crazy, right? How am I feeling? A little better than the last few days, but really tired. I'm having a hard time sleeping. Good morning, Joseph. What's going on? Antonio, what's up, man? What's up, my friend? Yeah, we're getting there. The medicine seems like it's kicking in. If I could just if I could just sleep, that would be good. Howie loved to see me pissed off. That's what the trade was all about. Well, listen, you can't deny that the trade. I mean, it makes the wide receiving group better. You've got to say that. I fear the team moving on from our big time receivers after big Barkley contract. I don't see that. Not anytime soon. I mean, I don't see that anytime soon. Nothing to see here. Metchie's just a player how he liked in the draft. Gave up a player that wasn't making the team. He could be good, but is low risk, low reward. Yeah, and also the draft picks that they switched were the ones that they traded away in the switch for C.J. Gardner-Johnson, which is very interesting. So the Eagles essentially got their pick back. Clay says, "What up, 500? How are you? How are you? Love the views. Thank you, man. I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. Want to see what happens today. I'm really curious about everything going on. See, there's AJ Brown, right? And he's running around. He doesn't look like he's going to be out long term or anything like that, dude. He's going to be fine. Metchie is just for depth. Last season, the backups were weak when AJ and Smith were hurt. They were, but this year it looks like we've got a set of young wide receivers. Now, I don't know what this means for Darius Cooper. I'm really going to be upset if they get rid of him. I'm going to be upset. But, I mean, they're not keeping 7 wide receivers. So unless they have something else brewing, like some people speculate Jahan Dotson, which I don't think is the case, I think they look at Darius Cooper and think that they could get him on the practice squad. I hope that they're right. I hope and pray that they're right. It's all cohesive. If we lose AJ and Smith, then goodbye run game. I don't care how good the O-line is, Barkley is. It'll get stuff. Howie knows what it takes. Yeah, and they're signed. Look, they're signed, through 2028, 2029. And, I mean, he's got 1 year left, and he's a restricted free agent. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh, your phone is in there, by the way. Got some coffee. It's the first time I've had coffee like 4 days. Cooper's going to end up finding out he has an injury. Yeah, he might. Yeah, he might. You can't let that kid go. AJ Brown was throwing balls in practice. I doubt he's that hurt. There he is right there on screen, Crowley. I got him up there right now doing that. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he's that hurt, I think he'll be just fine. Here's another picture of him coming out. Here's A.J. Brown this morning coming out for practice not too long ago. So, I mean, I don't think he looks that hurt or anything. And then here he is throwing the ball around. I got argument with some 40-year-old single mom in the comment section yesterday. AJ is fine, and Nias and Johnny are probably on the chopping block. Simple. My guess is it's either Nias Smith or Darius Cooper. One of them's going to end up on the IR or something. You don't trade for a stud wide receiver like Metchie for depth. Dotson is trade bait. They're getting cornerback Tyreek Woolen, cornerback Seahawks. I don't know. Where do you think they're going to get him from? Plus, I mean, can you really call Metchie? Can you call him a star receiver, a stud wide receiver? I mean, I like him, but I mean, I don't know if I could call him a stud. I'm just saying. Let's see what's going on. Other thing is, Zach Bond is back, and they said that. What is this? What was I gonna say? Yeah, Zach Bond is back. So, Vic said that Jeremiah Trotter and Jihad Campbell will split reps. Anais is going to be on a special teams. The Cooper is going to be behind Metchie and Dotson in the wide receiver. And what do you think happens with Johnny Wilson? Right? Anais, Johnny going to get cut. One of them, maybe. Just made some sausage and eggs with some. There you go. Don't you dare think about pulling ATO on us, Howie. No, he ain't going to do nothing like that. Cameron, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate it. Philly, did you hear Mark's last night? Delusion. Oh, my God. Yeah, Mark is. Those Cowboy fans are just like. Guys like, I don't care. Yeah, I've never seen a championship. I got YouTube. We got 5. I'm like, damn. Yeah, I saw that. They're delusional. And then Mark does a video. Oh, the Eagle fans are overconfident. Listen to you guys. Gunny Mac, thank you for the super chat. Love the Metchie signing. Did he play hurt too? Dejean will be the savior of our secondary. He can play quarterback too if needed and move Makuba to the slot. We'll see. I mean, I don't think they're going to move Makuba to the slot. I think they're going to keep him right to safety. And I think Dejean will play some base corner outside and some safety. But the one thing Fangio said, nobody stepped up in the slot to take over. I just think it's unfortunately, as much as I like Johnny Wilson, he's going to get the most tempting trade bait in that room with the size of potential where another team might have more patience. Yeah, you might be right. I mean, this whole thing may be setting up something else. It's true. Mark's theory that Jerry's waiting until the Cowboys Netflix special to sign Micah for more press. Such an insane organization of fan base. Yeah, and Mark's insane too. Donnie said 500. I heard John Metchie is just as good route runner as Devontae Smith. It's just he dealt with injury and cancer. He's healthy now. I mean, look, he had a lot of talent coming out. A lot of people thought he was going to be good. It hasn't worked out for him. He got buried on that depth chart. So, yeah, I mean, he could be really good for us. There's no question he has a lot of talent. No question about it. Makuba's got to stay right where he is, in my opinion. You know, you can't be overconfident when you're Super Bowl champions. And great footage of Metchie cooking practice. Top 5. Yeah. Oh, I agree. Let's see what we got here. See some updates. I doubt Metchie's practicing today. I wonder if he's there. Mike Garofalo reporting, A.J. Brown remains sidelined for the Eagles as they take their time to make sure he doesn't suffer a setback. And that's what I thought. It's really just precautionary. Let's see here. Looking for updates. Metchie needs work. He does. Howie and Vic know something we don't. No more surprises to come. Agreed. Look, I thought Jacorian Bennett played pretty good. Like I thought he was okay. You know, keep playing, keep letting him get reps. Would you try to land Denzel Ward if you can? I'd be open to any legit corner at this point. I would. But I thought Jacorian Bennett didn't do half bad. Trade Dotson and Ringo for Woolen and Denzel. I mean, look, if you could do it, I'm all open to it. I love that everyone is coming around to Makuba. Everyone wanted Emmanuel Wari and Starks. If he was 10 pounds heavier, he would have been top safety. Well, yeah, he fell for a reason. That's true. Yeah, we read the injury report earlier. Well, it wasn't too bad. I'll go over it real quick again for you. Will not practice. A.J. Brown, Tyreek Castro, Lewis Sine, Landon Dickerson, and Brandon Johnson. Limited was Kenyon Green. Lane Johnson's getting a rest day, and then A.J. Woods. So, there you go. Hopefully he stays healthy, though. We'll have to see. Let me see here. I want to see how they start off this cornerback battle today. Will they turn it up for Jacorian Bennett? Will get more reps with the first team. Right now, no updates. I'm not sure I got to look at I got to find their practice schedule for this week. We only have 3 more days of training camp left, by the way. I know this might sound crazy, but I think they're moving Wilson to tight end so they can keep Cooper. Well, could they do it? Could they do it right now? And could he be big enough? That's the question I have. Brian Pomper, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, Jacorian Bennett's about exploded upon contact, man. I don't have high hopes for the guy. Reminds me of, oh God, Maddox. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. Maddox? That's not good. Well, they're going to have to do something. Maddox. Oh, man. That's like the worst name. One of the worst names. Might sound crazy, but I would try to get Sauce Gardner. He would be... Yeah, I would love that. Did he just get paid? We don't have to question his dedication to us. He beat cancer and is back healthy. I have an eerie feeling Metchie is going to be a great comeback story. I believe in him. I think it's great. I like it. Do you think they did it to trade Dotson? Like, do you think they got Metchie to use Dotson as trade bait? I mean, listen, the 49ers were in on Metchie. It was down to the Eagles and the Niners. So, I don't know. JH, thank you for the super chat. Would you trade AJ or Smitty for Surtain? I would not. I would not mess around with that offense at all. You have the threat of AJ Brown and Devontae always on the field. In that run game is so important. And, and if you need to pass, you got him to pass. They're great receivers. I wouldn't touch anything on that offense. Trey Dotson's a guy. I think Dotson around the league is looked to as could be a quality number 2. I really believe that. I think teams look at him and say he could be a quality 2. And if there's a team that needs another wide receiver, he may be the perfect guy. I'm just saying. The question is what teams are thin at receiver but have depth at cornerback? That's where you want to look. I'm thinking Metchie moved because the AJ injury is worse than they're letting on. Yeah, some people are thinking that real Philly dogs. My only question is, seeing AJ Brown out there running around, throwing the ball, it don't look that serious. It sounds more precautionary. Niners do need receivers. We won a Super Bowl without Surtain. Why would we trade one of our best wide? Well, and he just got paid gigantic amounts of money. So you would have to take on a lot of money, and you still got Q to sign. So many lifelong Eagle agreed. Philly 5 Dan Steele is saying Metchie's a bum and we're stupid for this trade. Well, what else was he going to say? Like, would you expect him to say anything else? Would you expect him to say anything else? Of course he's going to say that. I would expect nothing less. This is just a trade for 2 guys that weren't going to make a roster that the other team could lock it. We need to stop reading. Yeah, maybe. It's just, you know what it is, Ryan, everybody thinks that the young receivers we got are very, very deep. So it's like, really, we're trying to get rid of one of those guys now? That's what I think is throwing everybody off, in my opinion. See, there's A.J. Brown running around. I mean, come on. That doesn't look like a guy with a serious hamstring injury. I'm sorry. It may not be 100% or where it needs to be, but it don't look bad. Here's another angle of it. Let's see if I can blow it up. I don't know. He looks like he's all right to me. Just Friday and Silly said, who do the Eagles have behind AJ and Lane? They got depth, and then he says the depth is a good. I know. You're not going to win either way. AJ's fine. We were being cautious. You can't replace him no matter what. But you're definitely not doing that with a 5'11", 195 wide receiver. Like I said, nothing to see here. Quit creating false narratives. I'm not creating false narratives. So I don't know what to say about that. But I'm definitely not creating any narratives. Makuba and Campbell are turning into monsters. I mean, how about that, right? Jahad Campbell gets a sack early in the game, and then Makuba gets a pick six. I love seeing that from our rookies. Like, I feel way better about this. I bet you most people feel way better about the safety spot now. Feel we need another pass rusher. I know. That is definitely. I agree. You could definitely add another pass rusher. You know who's out there, but I don't think the Eagles would ever do it. But you know who's out there. You know who's getting traded, right? Or they're shopping. All right, let's see here. All right, so Zach Berman says, a day I've been waiting to see Eagles, Zach Bond, and Jahad Campbell together in team drills. This is a preview of what's to come this year. Adds a new dimension. See, so he's already splitting reps now. He's already splitting reps with Trotter. Jahad Campbell's going to be starting week 1. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. All right, we got Jahad Campbell with a nice pass breakup, and then Cooper Dejean getting first team outside cornerback reps. We knew this was going to happen in base. I'm assuming they're in base, and we got 718 people in here. Thank you guys so much for being here. I apologize for my voice. I've been sick, but make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't. We need to have at least 300 likes right now. We only got 140 mother humpers. Yeah, hit that like. Let's get over 300. Joe Larry needs more credit for pushing tight end away off his route on the Makuba pick six all through. Yeah, I need to watch it again, Ryan. But yeah, if he deserves it, he gets it. He had a decent game too, right? I mean, he came up with a sack too. Did you see A.J. Brown sent a jersey to Washington fan streamer Danny Randall and troll him? Nah, I didn't see that. That's cool though. That's cool. Interesting. All right, let's see. We got anything else? All right, Mark Frank says, in second team of drills, Cooper Dejean is on the outside cornerback covering Devontae Smith. Oh, that's a good matchup right there. How about that? Yeah, I saw his welcome to the NFL moment. Yeah. So Cooper's out there on the outside. Problem is who's going to play that slot? See, Cooper Dejean, I've told you guys, I said it, he's going to end up being a Swiss Army knife for the Eagles. He will learn every position in the secondary, and they will use him eventually. They'll use him whenever they need him, wherever they need him. And that's how it's going to be. Bond and Campbell are going to kill teams like Q and Coop. So excited. Yeah, it's going to be nasty. I can't wait to see that. So Dejean getting first team reps. We knew that was happening. There you go. So Cooper Dejean now repping at left cornerback with the first team defense in base. Now here's the thing we got to remember. This is in base. So there is no slot corner in this situation. All right. So when they're in base, they put Cooper Dejean at left corner. Andrew Makuba is the safety. Trotter Jr. up next to Zach Bond with first team defense, 11-11. Adoree Jackson was first up at quarterback 2. Mac McWilliams was rotating in with the starters ahead of Keely Ringo. You got to watch Mac McWilliams. He may be the guy that ends up stealing this thing. Darius Cooper just found the soft spot in the Eagles' defense for a catch from Hurts along the right sideline. That's a good sign. Those are good updates right there. Those are very good updates. Looks like Sidney Brown's going to lose his job. Well, listen, man, when you're second-round pick and you come in the first game and you get a pick, then you get a fumble recovery, that's pretty good. Makuba played nickel at Clemson. Yeah, according to Vic, that's not something I think they want to do with him right now. I think they're going to treat Makuba like they treated Cooper Dejean and Q. Let him play one position. Let him learn one thing in his rookie year. Next year, you'll see him get slots. He probably snaps in the slot. You got to keep Cooper. He's going to be elite. I agree. I'm not. No, gotta love Mark making a whole 15-minute video on the Eagle fans. He accuses us of what he does. I'm not allowed. The big fan of keeping Williams. You're not a big fan of keeping Wilson. What did you miss, Philly? So far you've got Cooper Dejean on the outside. You got Jahad Campbell and Trotter splitting reps with Zach Bond. You got, of course, the Metchie trade. Makuba's going to be in the slot. Not this year. They're not going to do it this year. They're not going to put too much. They're not going to make a kid learn two positions. You know what I mean? They're not. Zach Burns says, trying to figure out how the wide receiver mix will shape out. Darius Cooper is working with the first team offense. Just hold the pass downfield from Hurts. Eagles have a crowd after the Metchie trade, but there's a lot of excitement about Cooper this summer. Yeah, I don't think the Eagles want to let him go, man. Like, I don't think they want to let him go at all. I really don't. See, Makuba, people want him in the slot. The Eagles aren't going to put him in the slot this year. They're not going to give him multiple positions to learn in his rookie year. That's too much. Let's see. Darian Kennard is now working at first team left guard after Brett Toth started practice. So that's interesting to watch. Okay, let's see here where we at. We got 826 people. If you're new, hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. I want at least 300 likes, maybe even 400 likes. And if you're new, I apologize for my voice. I've been sick, so I'm just dealing with that. I happened to Mark's live the other day, and the guy does his gaslight on the Eagle fans that he is on the broadcast. Too much trolling, no listening unless. Yeah, he doesn't listen. No. And then he does videos. So Eagle fans are overconfident. It's like, nah, you guys are overconfident. Brown and Ringo are special teams guys. They are really good special teams, not starters on defense. Well, neither of them have won the job. Leon Banks, thank you for super chat, my man. I appreciate you. I bet you can't say toy boat 5 times as fast. Toy boat. No. Toy boat. No, I can't. I'm too stupid. No, I can't. Toy boat, No, I can't. Makuba played much better at safety than at slot in college. Why he transferred to Texas, Clemson was keeping him in nickel. I just think that when you're, when you just came in the NFL and you're trying to establish yourself at one position, throw a rookie multiple positions to learn. I just think is I just think it's too much. Let him learn one position his rookie year, then focus on other stuff next year. Let's see. Elliott Shore Parks is going to have good grades for Hurts. Good day for Hurts so far. He has been especially good on third downs. That's what we expect. Hurts will be just fine. Let's see what else here. That's it right now. You think Dotson gets traded? I don't think Dotson's going to get traded, but I do wonder what the Metchie move was. I do wonder if it's the first shoe to drop, or is it just a situation where we really like the kid and he was available and let's get him. Vic Fangio is smiling today. He is. Darius Cooper made another play. Nah, I don't care. He has to make the team. I'm going to lose my mind, Crowley, if he don't. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm telling you, that kid's got potential. Young Truth, thank you for the super chat. Pick 6 on rookie quarterbacks. Who's trying to start relax? Who's trying to start relax? What do you mean? Wait, you mean a pick 6 on a rookie quarterback by a rookie safety who is playing in his first game of the NFL ever? That rookie? No. It matters. It matters big time. I'm sorry. And it's not just me who's saying it matters. The Eagles are putting him with the starters today. So you tell me. You can't say that. You can say that about a 5-year vet. Can't say that about a rookie kid, rookie safety. Philly, I got to say, your training camp practice streams have been clutch. Thanks, Roll Philly Dogs. I appreciate that, my man. I mean, dude's first game, he gets it, and you can't talk about him. I don't, what kind of nonsense is that? You got the other guy, Brown, in there, the whole entire training camp. Done nothing. Sorry. I'm excited about it. Be excited. You got yourself a starting safety. Damn right you got yourself a starting safety. I don't know what number Metchie is yet. Makuba just didn't make a basic interception. He came off a guy who was covering and flew up to the ball. Exactly. And then he comes back and he gets the ball back. I'm sorry, that was his first game. And, we saw how many reps did Sidney Brown get, how many practices, how many he played the first preseason game. Did nothing. This kid comes right out, then boom. No, I'm in. I'm on it. I'm on that. And I don't say that out of disliking him. I like Sidney Brown, but man, you make plays like that. No, you should be excited. Leon said 500. We need to get you a press pass to go training camp next year. Yeah, I got to do something. I got to hire somebody or something. Young Truth, thank you for the super chat. Don't act like Sidney Brown was him before the injury. Just saying 100%. Sidney Brown really never started even before his injury. Yeah, the streams while I'm at work are clutch. I finished the floors. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's nice to hear because it's hard getting up this early to do it. So I really appreciate it, I wish they would update more. Last year they updated so much more. This year they go long periods of times without any updates. I hate it, but I appreciate you guys being here with me. Nothing. I got nothing right now. Brown was never him. Brown, I like Brown, but I don't know that he's what you call it. He ain't starting. Ain't gonna happen. It's over. It's over, Brian Pumper. Sidney Brown, it's over. Agree 500. Eagles golden era football. Oh, yeah. Michael Philly, what's up? Have a blessed day. You sound like you're getting better. Getting a little better. We're getting on the other side of it. Still crappy. Still slight fever. the worst part right now is just I can't sleep well. Got to Philly and Leo to get up. Oh, we'll get Leo. I'll get Leo on. Yo, Phil, you the man. Thanks for fighting through. Thank you, my man. Darius Cooper's. I pray you're right. I mean, I pray you're right. But who's the odd man out? I mean, I would cut Nia Smith and Wilson before I would cut him. You know, you got to stash him or something. We got 3 more practices in training camp. 3 more training camp practices. Brown plays too reckless. Package him up with the wide receiver, cornerback, or all 3 with no picks wasted. I think Sidney Brown should be the backup to Reed Blankenship. I think that's where he's suited. A.J. Brown, number 29, top 100. That should never. He should be top 20. Philly Duncan Brown is trash. He always runs everything. Literally did it against the Browns tackling air. Yeah, look, I'm not gonna call him trash. I like Sidney Brown, but I mean, dude, you know, it's a big difference when you get a guy that has a nose for the ball. The one thing they say about this kid Makuba is he's got ball hawk ability. Like he's got a nose for the ball, and you saw that in the game. Cardick Green, thank you for the super chat. Pretending making a play versus Dylan versus not making a play versus freaking Joe Burrow. It's not equal, bro. Play versus Dylan versus not making a play versus freaking Joe Burrow. It's not equal, bro. I don't know what you mean. You mean the kid we shouldn't maybe I'm misunderstanding. You're saying that he didn't make the interception against Burrow, so it's not the same thing? Is that what you mean? All I could say is the kid played his first game. He made a play. I just want guys that make plays. I don't care who's out there. I didn't see Sidney Brown make a play on him. Young Truth, thank you for the super chat. He goes, I see the future safety of Andrew, though. I agree. Not only future's now. He's your starter. He's your starting safety. A.J. Brown should not be 29. He should be top 20. That's crazy. That's crazy that they would put him there. I hope he's insulted and gets pissed off. All right, let's see here. All right, so good day for Hurts. I think I read that. Especially going third down. Jalen Carter with a nice rep versus 11 on 11. 1/10 of the offense. First and 10 with the offense on their own 3-yard line. Carter gets right in the backfield and gets Saquon. E.J. Jenkins was just the tight end 3 with the first team offense, having 3 tight ends on the field. Was in over Granson. I like E.J. Jenkins. I mean, we talked about E.J. Jenkins last year. I like him a lot. You're still cutting Anias. Who's your punt returners? It's Nia Smith could get traded, maybe. Josh Siegel, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, hey, Denzel Washington, how did you get access to 500's channel, Go Birds? Well, we share the passwords, you know. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. And thank you so much for that super chat. Eagles are on NFL Network, by the way. Brown could be back up Reed. That would be his place. That's what I agree. I agree. Man, I thought it was pretty damn impressive what the kid did, picking off and get a pick 6 in his first action in the NFL ever. I mean, you know, he sniffed that out, took the ball. I think that was a great sign. Say Landon Dickerson is on the sideline at practice. Good sign. That is a good sign. Let's see. Jenkins gets a tight side while having more move Wilson. Yeah, I like Jenkins. Nias will return probably kickoffs too. Dejean might return punts again. I hope not, just because I worry about him getting hurt. It's wild that Bryant asked for a trade, so was basically voided. Yeah. I watched Brian Dawkins from day one when he left Clemson for the Eagles. Can't wait to see the evolution of Makuba. Me too. Me too. I'll never forget Brian Dawkins' first time I see him on the field. It was like, yeah. Oh yeah. See, for those that say it's like, oh well, Makuba only picked off Dylan Gabriel. Well, that Makuba's a rookie. It was his first game ever. How are you going to hate on that? I'm glad you all not a special teams coach who raved about Nias is doing at returning. Speaking of special teams, like the special teams has got to get a little tighter, man. I thought the special teams missed a lot of tackles. Let's see here. Nothing. Now, I was really interested to see if we would hear anything about Jacorian Bennett getting more reps. Nothing. Makuba has done more than Sidney Brown, I tell you that. He did. I mean, look, Dylan Gabriel played a lot. I didn't see Sidney Brown make a single play against him. I didn't see him make a single play. Where's Sidney Brown's interceptions? How can you not give Makuba the job right away? Right away. I mean, look, he's going to come in. He'll make mistakes. He'll get beat. He'll do things that'll piss you off early in the season. But by the end of the year, you got yourself a solid safety. Let the kid be. You can only play against who's right. Agreed. It's not like Makuba is like a third or fourth year guy. It was his first action. The way he carries himself too, like when he picked that ball off, he was going like the kid. It looked like, man, this kid picks off ball. You could tell he's got a nose for the ball. Vic don't like Bennett. He's been very hesitant praising him, kind of huff. Yeah. I know. I was wondering that myself. I was thinking that because I thought he played decent. I said, okay, let's see if he gets work early on. And I haven't even heard his name. You know, I don't know how intense today's practice is either. They've got 3 in a row, I believe. I believe they practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then they have a walkthrough Thursday and then the game Friday. Burrow's nowhere near Mahomes. He didn't even have playoff sweet. I don't know how anybody ranks guys over Mahomes. I'm just being honest. Like, the guy's got 3 Super Bowls. I can't not give him that respect. Because I sit there and I say, you know, winning Super Bowls means a lot. It matters. You know, especially when we talk like about Jalen. Then it's like you can't ignore 3 Super Bowls by Mahomes. I put Mahomes 1. I'm okay putting Hurts 2. Makuba, he's from the Congo. He's not 22 years old. He's 35. Look at it. The Warriors also from Congo, about their age. He's 35. That's funny shit. 35. No, he can't be that old. He does have a receding hairline, though. I'll give you that. Man, well, if that's true, how the hell do they stay so young? I want some of that. He's 35. That's hilarious. That's the funniest shit I heard all day. Vic overpraises Keeley like he did Dean last season. Then he doesn't even have him in the first team. I'm telling you, he's giving Keeley. You might be right. Like I've said it. Like it does. There are some similar circumstances with Keeley and what they did with Dean last year. I do agree with you there. So it wouldn't surprise me at all. It would not. He's 35. That's some funny shit. He said 35. He like 28, 29. Okay, you said 35. It's funnier when you say 35. He definitely needs to shave the shit bald, bro. Got hamburger meat. He is going, yeah, at least 30. Dude, that's funny shit. That's like when you see Andy Reid. You ever see Andy Reid back in like the throw, pass, catch thing or whatever for kids? And there's like all these little kids, and there's this Andy Reid with a mustache, fully grown. That shit's like that. Obi-Wan Kenobi, I like that name. 500, did you see that the Bengals want a young defensive player and a first-round pick for Hendrickson? Worst negotiations ever. That's crazy. I would never give that much up. Never. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that's what they were giving up. I definitely think Vic Fangio is giving Ringo Dean treatment. The question is whether Ringo will good like Dean was. I'm doubting it. Yeah, that's a whole other question. Yeah. I'm disappointed in the lack of bad boy references, folks. Shaking my head. Eagles had a journeyman playing in the second half. Oh, the quarterback? Yeah. Muscletron, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Makuma's been here for like a week. He's not Huff. No. Makuma's already made plays, man. 35 years old or not. He's my starting safety. He's the youngest 35-year-old I've ever seen. He's 30. It's so funny. That cracks me up. Man, nothing. No updates. What is going on over there? Khalid, that shit cracked me up, man. What happened to the rookie for the Bengals? Rookie for the Bengals. Oh, Stewart? Eventually he signed. I guess they caved. Somebody caved. Makumba had a wife and his kids in high school. It just reminds me of the Andy Reid thing. Cowboys and Bengals are twins. Cowboys. Oh my God. You should have heard. You guys should have heard Mark Holmes last. I mean, it's disgusting. It's disgusting how arrogant Cowboy fans are. Like they haven't done anything in 30 years, and it's like that's okay. It's like I don't know. It's just crazy to me. All right, let's see what Elliot Short Park says here. Really feels like if the Eagles played the Cowboys tomorrow, it would be Adoree Jackson at starting corner opposite Quinyon Mitchell. God, let's hope that's not the case. I don't know if I agree with him. I kind of tend to agree with Pumper. Like I think we're seeing a little bit of the Nakobe Dean treatment. You know, I didn't think Ringo was that bad. I don't think Ringo did anybody have a problem with the way Ringo played versus Cleveland? I have more problem watching Adoree Jackson, to be honest with you. The amount of cushion he gives. I thought Adoree was fine. I thought Jacorian Bennett was fine. I thought those guys played fine, actually. He plays so far back. But he actually looked like they don't give a fuck out there. Who's that? Didn't Mingo get hurt for Cowboys? He might. I don't know. I didn't watch the Cowboys game. Like I put it on and then I fell asleep sick. I'm stuck at home, by the way. Like I'm stuck at home until at least Thursday. So you listen to Pumper once in a while. He says something I agree with. I'm not saying Ringo is going to be Nakobe Dean as good, but I do get the sense that it's like they know what they've got in Adoree, and I'm not Adoree in Ringo, and they're letting Adoree get as many snaps with the first team to get as good of a look. But at the end of the day, it's going to be Ringo. I do get that feeling. Adoree looked like, oh, yeah. No, yeah, I hear you. ESP just talking. Yeah. I mean, is Adoree fast? Maybe that's the reason he's so far back, keeps getting beat. He is fast. That was one of the things that when he came out of college, he was fast. He's older now, but I don't think he's going to make the team. I think he's going to get cut. But what I'm curious about is Jacorian Bennett, because I thought Bennett played well. So I would think Bennett would get more reps. Nothing. Cooper will be at quarterback 2, but Cooper safety, McWilliams slot. Well, I mean, according to Vic Fangio today, he said that Dejean will play, they'll give him reps at slot in base defense. But he said he didn't have a slot corner that was ready to take over. So I think, we did see McWilliams. McWilliams is the outside chance at corner here, because McWilliams is getting some first-team reps today. All right? Could he be the guy that comes in and steals the job? I watched Lord Brunson take on the trade. He said the Eagles are getting packaged together to trade for a corner or Hendrickson. What do you think? Part of me agrees, because I don't know about specifically Hendrickson, but I do feel like maybe that trade was like the first shoe to drop, in something. So I think we got to watch, because I don't think Howie's done it all. Marcos and all Cowboy fans have to have some hope to hang on to. What it's going to do, say the truth. Yes, my team stinks. They have to have hope. Let them have that cause. They won't. Yeah, I guess we could give it to them. Is Terrence Marshall still on the roster? I keep seeing everyone run down the wide receivers, and no one mentions him. He's another huge upside. Yeah, he's still on the team. I think the thought with him, Kevin, is this: you could cut him, and he could go right to the practice squad. He doesn't have to clear waivers. He's vested. Nobody's most likely going to pick him up. So I feel like you're not going to lose him. I think we talk about Anais, Wilson, and Cooper because we think all those guys could possibly get picked up by another team. But I think Marshall's going to get cut and then brought back on the practice squad. The Eli Ricks did not come in till late in the fourth quarter. I don't know what it is, but to me, for whatever reason, it doesn't seem like they want to give him a shot. For whatever reason, I don't know. But, I mean, we didn't see him till late in that game. And the other thing I'll say is, people are complaining, well, where was Darius Cooper and Wilson? Why didn't they get any catches or do anything? Did you see who was throwing the ball? Like, they didn't get any targets. I don't think they were targeted one time. One time. Let me see here. Alicia Parsons, my current guess at the starting secondary versus Dallas. Quinyon, Adoree, Blankenship, and Makuba at safety, and then nickel Dejean. In base, Dejean goes to safety to replace Makuba. I agree with all of it, but I still don't think it's going to be Adoree. I'm still going to go Ringo. Right now, I'm still going to say Ringo. And then I'm going to say, with possible other guys. I don't believe Dory's winning that job. Little skills, it's all good, bro. Corey, my man, thank you for the super chat, my man. I appreciate it. I'm African, and we all know Makuba isn't 22. It's common immigration practice to drop your age in order to meet the standards to attend school in the USA. He's going bald. Yeah, he is going bald. Wow, so you think he's like 35? Well, how the hell can he still play at such a high level, being so old, though? Damn, that's interesting. Okay, I think it's just reminds. I just keep thinking of Andy Reid. Philly, and thank you so much for that super chat, by the way, man. I appreciate it. Do you think that letting go of Slay and trading CJ was a bad idea? The CJ trade confuses me, and it looks like maybe we should have kept Slay one more year. Maybe. I agree, 5. I noticed Rick's playing in the second half. Yeah, Rick's didn't play till late. 53-man cut down is, I believe next weekend after the final game. That is why McKee needs to play. The wide receivers won't get good work with others. I know, they didn't even get any targets. You guys have 7 new players on defense, and you get a couple of starters on offense. Hurts your wide receiver. Well, I mean, you could say that about any team, right? If you guys lose these players here or there, your team is screwed. I think that goes for every team, does it not? Just by that pick Bennett had against the Browns, he should be the starter. Yeah, well, that was the thing today. One of the things I wrote down that I wanted to see was if Bennett got a look at first team, and we haven't heard anything about Bennett. Anything. It's quiet. I don't know how hard they're practicing today, though, either, because I'm not getting a lot of updates, and I don't think they were in pads. 500, who do you think has some magical phantom injury this season? I think it's going to be one of those receivers, maybe 2 of them. I don't think they want I don't think they're going to let Darius Cooper go. I think at the worst case scenario, they're going to put him on IR for something. William, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Metchie is either insurance for AJ's hamstring or allowing Dotson to trade bait for a big move. Chasing a corner or Hendrickson. Pound in how he would trust. I'm more on the line of maybe you're going to look at chopping Dotson. And I like Jahan Dotson, but maybe they're going to look at that. Because I don't think AJ, I mean, we're showing earlier, AJ's running around on the field. Like, it don't look like it's that serious. So I don't think it's him. I think I think it's the first shoe to drop. So I kind of think that maybe you're right there. Rocky, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Bennett needs to be a starter at quarterback too. Agreed. We should have drafted Sanders. If Cleveland doesn't trade up for him, he's an Eagle right now. I mean, that's the truth. The Eagles were taking him. I have no doubt about it. They were taking him next pick. It was too much of a value move to not. I wish they would have gotten him. That would have been awesome. Because then you have McKee, you develop him, next year you trade him, and then you got Shador. I would have loved it. Definitely not Hendrickson. I'm not sure why y'all keep talking about players that want big money because they don't work. And he's 30-something years old. And then the report, somebody said they want a first-round pick and a player. Forget that. 500, I feel like Vic doesn't like Ricks because he's a press man corner. Vic likes Adoree because even though he allowed the catch, he's a decent tackler. Yeah, well, something's up with Ricks because Ricks didn't come out until late in the fourth quarter. I thought that was really weird. G-Man says, get well, 500. Love your podcast. You're the best in my opinion. I listen to other podcasts, but you're the best. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, G-Man, man, shout out to you. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying to get over this. It kills my voice, but we'll get through it, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. It means a lot to me. Thank you. And we got over 1,000 people in the chat, by the way. If you guys haven't, hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. I don't know where we're at 349 likes. Let's get to 500 likes. If we get to 500 likes, I'd be really happy. We have Dread Starks or Amonori. I mean, what's wrong with Makumba, Jalen? You don't like Makumba? I think. Look, my pick going into the draft, I was aiming for Starks, and the reason was I never thought the Eagles would take a linebacker in the first round. But when you hear about how bad they wanted this kid, Jahad Campbell, and then to see what this kid is doing, I think the Eagles made the right pick. I'm here just to hate on the Eagles. That's okay. You're welcome to. I think Trotter Jr. has looked good. He looks very solid, He does. I think he's a solid player. He missed some tackles, though. I thought he made some tackles that he actually missed when I went back and watched. I just turned my head too quick. Trade Dejean and Adoree to the Vikings and bring back that's a lot to give up for Isaiah Rodgers. I wanted Metchie since the draft. Yeah, we've talked about Metchie for a couple years now because we knew the Eagles were they really liked him. And, he almost got traded last year too. Why the hell would everyone trade us? They're starting 2 cornerbacks. I don't understand where some of you get the shit. This isn't mad. The other teams has to agree on the trade. Yeah. Here's the thing I would say. If you think a receiver could possibly be what the Eagles are going to trade, then look at which teams need wide receiver help and who have deep at the corner. That's where I would look. I don't think you're going to get a big name cornerback, but you're going to get somebody maybe think of the way the Eagles got C.J. Gardner-Johnson from the Saints. Something in that fashion. I don't know why some of y'all want unavailable cornerback 1 trade when Quinyons are shut down. Right, exactly. Mean Metal says, Eagles, Ravens. That's my prediction right now. My prediction is it's going to be, I think, the Eagles, Ravens, or Eagles, Chiefs again. I think it's going to be one of those 2. Quarterback 2 is just supposed to be solid and a PB pass breakup warrior. We'll be fine. Eagles have more weapons than Ukraine. I don't know, maybe. Philly, the Eagles should call the Browns and get Denzel Ward trade. Some offensive talent. The Browns need offense. Well, I mean, they spoke to the Browns all week, so you never know. Greg Newsom's another name here. Yeah. Metchie is low risk, high reward. His ceiling is high. Let's find out together, right? Mark Hobbs has officially turned the old man with the cold soup at the restaurant. Says he can't believe how confident the Eagles are this season. Dude, we just won the Super Bowl. Why wouldn't we be? Yeah, but he says it backhandedly. Like he's really saying is that us Cowboys are better than you guys. How dare you think that you could compete with us? That's what he's really saying. Sig Lord, thank you for the super chat. He goes, ESPN in talks to join the Eagles cheerleaders. Dude, why? I can picture that. I actually can picture that. Is that crazy? Let's see here. Very quiet, man. No updates coming in. Come on, guys. Man, if you guys see anything that I'm missing from anybody else, let me know. Let me see if I can. Nope. You just get nothing. $500. Who replaces Sweat? Milton? Is Ojomo going to start? Well, I think you got Jordan Davis is having a fantastic training camp. He looks in shape. He's down 20-something pounds, so he's going to get more snaps. Ojomo is also going to snap and get a lot of snaps. So I think you got those 2 guys are going to do more. So they'll replace Milton, and then you've got Sweat. I think Jalix Hunt replaces him. I think Jalix Hunt is a guy that, if you look at his numbers in playoffs, they were comparable to Sweat. So I think they'll be okay there. If you want to add some depth there, I get it on the edge. But I think otherwise you'll be all right. Henry says, why trade sign Asante Samuel Jr.? He's better than Bennett, Jackson, Ricks, and Ringo. Then add Simmons as a bridge safety. He was a captain all-pro Vic's defensive ball hawk season yet. Here's my thought on Justice Simmons. I don't know what he's got left. He was with Atlanta last year, did nothing. Maybe coming back and being under Vic Fangio's system, he would be fine. My question is do the Eagles really want him? They could have had him back a long time ago. I mean, he's pretty much wanted to go to the Eagles. So, I don't know what the story was with him. As far as Asante Samuel Jr., I agree. I like Asante Samuel Jr. I just don't think they do. I don't know why. Both those guys are guys that have been out there. They could get at any time, and they don't want to. What did we get for Bryce? I think like a 5th or 6th. Bennett was solid against the Cleveland. That's why I'm saying, like, why is he not getting first team reps at all? Uh-oh, here you go. This should get people going. Darius Cooper with a really nice route to get open versus Keely Ringo. There you go, my man. Rocky, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, Ringo just got beat by Cooper. Thank you so much. It makes me happy and sad, right? Like, damn, Ringo. But, yeah, Darius Cooper. Cooper getting some first-team reps today, by the way. Yeah, Xavier Howard went to India. I saw that. McWilliams is getting first-team reps today. He got some. He got worked in there. I don't know if he got a lot, but he got some. So he's a guy that we got to keep an eye on. Could you imagine he ends up being the answer? That would be crazy. Darius Cooper's having a good day. I wonder if he felt the pressure with the Eagles trading for Metchie. Brandon Lee says, Darius Cooper with back-to-back catches against Keely Ringo on throws from Tanner McKee. Cooper created a lot of separation on the second grab. My man. I don't think they've put him in the slot so far. I think all his reps have come on the outside. So I don't know if they're going to put him there. No, Ty Robinson would be your defensive tackle number 4, right? Ojomo's 3. You got Carter Davis 1 and 2. Then you got Ojomo 3, Robinson 4. Christopher, thank you for the super chat. Vic likes McWilliams, and he said he's in play for cornerback too. I know he is. He's the guy we got to watch because I tell you what, I thought he played good in the first preseason game. I think he played good in the second. Bro, I'm weak. Ringo's getting cooked. Oh, man. Poor Ringo. Hey, Ringo getting beat by Real Stallion Style, yeah. But that undrafted free agent, I'm telling you, he's good. Dart looks better than Wilson. I bet. 500, was there anything about Metchie being there in Philly yet? No, I haven't even seen, like, nobody, usually they put up pictures of him on the sidelines. He must not be there yet. Haven't heard anything. No. He's not there yet. I don't know what's going on with it, to be honest with you. It was such an interesting trade. Nobody expected it. I was rooting for Ringo, but if he's not an NFL corner, it's time to try to switch him to safety because he's getting cooked at corner. I think his confidence is broken. Could be. It could be. Troy, what's going on? Philly says, Ringo's trash, getting cooked by a backup quarterback and a rookie wide receiver. Yeah. Tanner McKee throwing to him, chill. Tanner McKee's a stud. Williams, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you. When it comes to Eagles football outside of the players, it's a big Dom, Bryce Harper, Gilly, kid at Philly 500. Keep representing my man. Oh, thank you, William. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Fred, welcome to Dingbat Nation, my man. Thank you so much. And welcome to Dingbat Nation. And speaking of Dingbat Nation, I got a bunch of videos coming later this week. I just got to finish some stuff, and my voice is like a little bit all over the place. But it should be later this week. They will get rid of Ringo before they transition him to safety. Y'all just mentioned that shit like it's casual for a player to change position. He'd be gone. Or you wait until next offseason, and then you try to do it. You can't do it right now. Bro, you sound like you don't feel. Yeah, I have COVID. I had COVID the last few days. I'm on medication, so I'm still not feeling too great from it. Getting better, but not there yet. Yeah, Asante has a neck injury, but they said that he should be fine by training camp. So apparently, if he's all good, he should be signing somewhere at some point. Philly 5, C.J. Gardner-Johnson was our biggest loss. I agree. We forgot how good Darius Slay really was, and we're already feeling effects of it. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't our biggest loss. See, I feel like at the time I feel like it was, but I didn't expect them to be struggling with that second cornerback. So in retrospect, you might end up being right because it looks like they've got a safety in Makuba. But that cornerback spot, yeah, you could be right. It could end up being that Slay was the bigger loss. And I think if the Eagles, if they knew what they were getting out of quarterback 2, I think Slay would have been back. And don't be surprised if he comes back, right? If Pittsburgh's out of it and you get to the trade deadline, they may go to Darius Slay and say, look, this is the last year of your career. We're not going anywhere. You want to go to a competitor one more time. Maybe you bring him back for one more run. If I'm Howie, I'm putting Metchie at 3. Keep and develop Cooper and try to package Dotson and trade for Woolen. That's what the speculation is that they're trying to do. But does Seattle need a receiver though? That's the thing. 500. Mac Williams was taking slot reps behind Dejean most of camp. I think Vic is just cross training. McWilliams wins quarterback 2. We're in trouble. Well, I mean, according to Vic today, there's nobody that's ready for that slot. And it's further away than the outside cornerback. So he feels better about the cornerback 2 than he feels about who would back up the slot receiver if Dejean wasn't in there. That's why Dejean only goes out to that quarterback outside in base. So I don't know. I mean, I watched McWilliams. He wasn't in the slot. So we'll see. Anthony Perry, thank you for Super Chat. You sound like Fred Sanford. You good? I got COVID. So I sound like Fred. There's a big one. Oh, so I can't even do his voice. Thank you for the Super Chat. I agree, Joseph. I don't think they will either. I don't know where the name's coming from. Hey, 500, I'm finally a proud member of you and Joey's Club Gilbert. Fred Jones, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. I don't know where the name, why people are shopping, why Seattle would be shopping him. So I don't get it. Let's see here. There's Cooper. Nothing since Darius Cooper. Philly just jumped on. You might have covered this, but did you see it reported that Cincy is looking for Jalen Hunt or Hendrickson? I'm sure they would be more. No, I didn't hear that. They want Jalen Hunt for Hendrickson? I'm not doing it. I wouldn't do it. Hendrickson's 31 years old. You got to pay him $40+ million. Shit, I would rather trade for Parsons than trade for him because he's older. I wouldn't do it. Apparently, what somebody said is they want an edge rusher and a first rounder. Should have kept Isaiah Rodgers, yeah. Woolen for Dotson at 3rd round pick. He's 6'4". Seattle needs a wide receiver. They just lost Metcalf, so just Smith or Sam Darnold. Yeah, but are they shopping him? No. Where do they got cornerback wise though? That would be my question. How many corners do they have? I'm not doing it. No. I'm not going. I don't want a 31-year-old guy that I have to pay $40-something million. That's going to give me what, a year or two when I have a kid that has won a Super Bowl that I think is just getting started, and I believe for the next 5-6 years could give me 10+ sacks. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting older in that way. If I'm going to go spend money on an edge rusher in a trade, I'll go get Parsons before I get Hendrickson because at least he's younger. Tariq Woolen has been speculating Seattle me. Okay, well, okay. That's the first I've heard of it. Yeah, if you could get him, get him. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I mean, you're gonna have to pay him a lot of money. Hendricks' age is why Cincy don't want to extend him. Same with Washington Terry. Agreed. Once those guys 30 plus start breaking down, it's one thing after another. I rather stick with the young guys, man. Now if you want to get Hendrickson and you don't have to give up Jalix Hunt, like if you could get him for like a second and a fourth, I would do it. But I'm not giving up like multiple player and first round pick. I'm not doing it. But yeah, people in the chat think we'll pay it. It's just a lot of money. Campbell Blue edge with Dean returns. Could be. I'm not trading Jalix either. That kid's young, man, young and talented. I'll go through the growing pains with the young kid and have him around for years. Let's see, anything. Somebody give me something. I imagine this practice is going to end soon. What are we, an hour and 16 minutes in? 3,500. The fix is in for Saquon. We'll go down. Sorry. I'm not even, I can't even read that. I'm not even reading that. I'm not even reading that. Wood, salt, whatever. I'm not even reading that. Jalix and Campbell will end up being a crazy duo. I agreed. And don't forget, you got Nolan Smith, too. Yeah, Cooper, yep, we read that one. So people have patience on the edge, but don't have patience in the secondary. So by logic, why the hell would we bring an older secondary player and not just develop young guys? Well, to me, it's the same thing. This is why, Shaquille, I don't want Justin Simmons. I don't want an older cornerback like Stephon Gilmore. I'd rather go with the young guys. Now, if you want to get me a young player, that's different. But I don't want old guys. We've had too much success with the young guys. Let the young guys play. Like I said, if you want to bring Hendrickson and you're not getting rid of a player, fine. But if I have to get rid of a young player, no, I would not do it. Hey, Philly, my queen, Celine said you're the. Oh, well, tell her thank you. Appreciate it. Should have kept Sweat. We need a proven vet on the D line. I think we'll be all right without Sweat. I honestly do. I trust Jalix Hunt. What people have to understand is Woolen is his third year and Pro Bowler. They're not giving him up for a third-round pick. Plus, the Eagles would have to pay him very soon. That'll be too much money. All true. All true. 500. Howie's the best at getting guys not on a trade block, but Woolen needs to be paid. Yeah, I don't think the names that we bring out and we talk about, those aren't the names of how he's going to get. It's going to be somebody on a team, maybe the last year, 2 years left on a rookie deal. The kid's got talent, showed promise. He needs a fresh start. He needs a chance to play. And they're going to do it, just like they did with CJ. This sounded like this time last season without Reddick. Everyone kept saying we need more. Yeah, right. And then Nakobe Dean's the other one, right? I mean, everybody was. What we hear about Ringo is exactly what we were talking about with Nakobe Dean all summer. So we just got to be a little patient. Let them develop some of these young guys, man. Like I said, I'll go through the struggles early on in the season with the young guys, knowing that they're going to get better by the end of the year. But if you can upgrade, great, but it's not the worst thing. Also, Ringo, Ringo's pick against Seattle. Yeah, he had one. I think they need Samuel for a slot, and Cooper will be cornerback too. We'll see. I don't think they're going to move Coop that much. I don't want to see Barkley. I can't do it. I can't jinx the guy like that. That's a jinx. To talk about that is a jinx. I won't do it. I still feel like the Eagles aren't showing everything yet. I'd be at some point. We'll see the 5-man from Nolan, Jalen Carr, Jordan Davis, Morrow, Campbell. Can you imagine? I'm sure they're holding back. I'm sure they're holding back. Joseph says, I actually think the edge rushers are fine. Uche and Ojulari did well last game while playing the rookie defensive tackles. That's the thing. I mean, you don't have your interior guys in there. They're going to help out that pass rush. I think that if they want to add a little depth, I'm okay. But other than that, I think the starters are fine. Final cuts, which receivers make the roster? That's tough. I say they keep 6. It's going to be right now. It's going to be Brown, Devontae, Dotson, Metchie, probably Wilson, and then it's going to be between Nia Smith and Darius Cooper. I think they'll stash on IR or something Cooper, and then it'll be Anias. Or they're going to trade one of those young guys. If nobody emerges as top contender for cornerback 2, Cooper's definitely taking the role in base defense. I trust the rookie safety rather than the shit show cornerback 2. Yeah, and you notice that's what happened today, right? As soon as they felt like, all right, we could trust Makuba as safety, then in base defense, Dejean went from safety to outside corner. That's exactly what he did. And I agree. That's what they'll do in base. No, I mean, Marshall, he's been okay. Watch a few content creators, and several are saying that they have a quarterback problem. It only took them 10 years to see it. Well, they think their starter's the greatest ever. That person made a great comment. We've seen it all together with Jalen Carr and Jordan Davis. We say it's not enough because they're playing without the starters. It makes a huge difference. Huge difference. What's the value of a 32-year-old? He's 35 years old. That cracks me up. He's not. He's 35. Oh my God, that cracks me up. I'm not going to read anything about saying a player is going to get hurt. Like I'm not going to read it. I get the point. I'm just superstitious. Just superstitious about even reading it. Oh man. Let's see here. All right, here we go. All right, so that's it for Eagles practice. Jalen Hurts had a good day, especially on a touchdown pass to Kyle Grinson and a 2-point conversion to Devontae in the corner. Dejean was all over him, with Dejean all over him. Well, that's cool. Why didn't they show us that earlier? So Eagles practice is over. Would you trade Dotson pick for Ward? I don't know. I have to think about it. No, you 500 for the take. Thank you, my man. We got over 1,000 people in here, by the way. I hope we could get over 500 likes before we get out of here. We're less than 50 away. If you guys have it, hit that like button. How's Sidney Brown look so far in practice? I haven't heard his name once today. Haven't heard his name one time. Yo, Fire, did you take down your Super Bowl life kit? Yeah, I had to take it down. I'm going to put it back up. I'll try to get it up this week. I had to take it down for the betting stuff. I think it'll be a little shaky at first because if continuity, but I can almost guarantee by the end of the season, the DBs will gel and we'll see quite a few interceptions a week. I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would rather play the young guys, go through the growing pains first half of the season and let them learn to play, than go and bring in a 31-year-old guy who by the end of the year has got nothing left. I totally agree. I think that's what the Eagles are going to do, by the way. But it's funny that once they feel like they have that safety situation, Dejean goes outside corner. Makuma went to LBJ High School in. Oh, okay. People act like they don't have birth certificate on Zabal. I don't know, but it's funny. I just hope they don't have to deal with Kerry Williams. Nah, I don't think it'll be that bad. I mean, we got pretty good coaches. I mean, Christian Parker is one of the hottest names out there for defensive coordinator job next year. He's done a great job. I think he'll be fine, man. I actually really do. Maybe Howie wants some trading power for. I mean, Howie's got what 13 picks essentially coming. He's got a lot of picks. He's got a lot of firepower to use whenever he's ready. That is 100% true. Drake Will might be the real thing. Hendricks is too. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see. G. Cooper can't play outside corner in the NFL. They lying to y'all. Oh, that's a great question. A lot of people look. You're not the first person to think that he can't. I've heard people say that. But he took reps today, so we'll see. I liked Bennett too. I thought he had a good preseason game, but they didn't really hear much about him today. Here's Elliott Short Parks. We'll do his Jalen Hurts numbers. Oh God. So Jalen Hurts camps at 18 to 25, 2 touchdowns, grade A minus. Grade A minus. I think it's so ridiculous. Who's the odd man out receiver? That's the question. I don't know. I'm praying it's not Darius Cooper. I mean, Darius Cooper had another great practice today, so I don't know. Gilmore has more talent as Pinky than he having a quarterback 2 right now. Yeah, when you put him in the wheelchair and he's covering with that wheelchair, or he's got his cane, yeah. I mean, he's what, 35, 36? I don't dislike Gilmore, but man, play the young guys. The formula that worked last year for the Eagles was play the young guys. Look how many young guys played last year. You had 3 rookies playing a lot last year in Quinyon, Cooper, and Jalix Hunt. I mean, people said Jalix Hunt was a project. It would take a couple years, and he played right away. So I just feel like don't change up your formula. Go with what works. Develop the young guys. Let somebody emerge and play them, and then go through the early pains of playing them, and you'll be fine. None of our young guys are worth a damn. How could you know that? How could you possibly know that? I mean, do you look at Makuba at safety and say he stinks? I mean, literally, the guy had an interception for a touchdown and then a fumble recovery. I don't think that's bad. Well, why can't he play? Why can't McWilliams play? Or, how do we know these guys can't play? It's about developing them, teaching them. I don't necessarily I don't agree with that. Yeah, Ringo got beat a couple times by Darius Cooper. Maybe Gilmore don't want to come here. It takes too tangly playing in Dallas. Maybe. Metchie was a waste of a trade. I mean, we'll have to see. Samuel Jr., if we're going to have anybody, Trotter Jr., Samuel Jr. could be cool to have on. It'd be interesting, that's for sure. Let Keeley grow with meaningful snaps. I think we as fans have been spoiled. Too quick to be couch critic when it comes to these players. Vic said perfectly. They need snaps. I trust Vic. Yeah, that's where I kind of feel like too. I mean, I think if you can make a move and you can get somebody and you know that they're going to come in and be solid, I'm good with it. But I feel like also like we got to let these guys play and learn. The formula that worked for us last year was playing young guys, developing them. And I don't know why we would go away from that right now. Well, I'm not just talking about Ringo, though. Like, all right, maybe Ringo's not the guy. Okay. But Makuba looked like the guy. McWilliams has looked pretty good. I mean, even you just brought in Jacorian Bennett. He had a good game. Let's develop these guys and see what we got. You know, we can make a move if we have to make a move. We've got a lot of firepower, and we could do that. But we also we don't need to go get 30-something-year-old guys. We don't need to be Washington. That 30-year-old stuff never works for us. It never works for us. Look at Kevin Byard. Look at the pass rusher. I forget his name. Dude, had 17 sacks with Chicago. Comes to Philly, does nothing. What about the linebacker, Shaq Barrett last year? Like, we've had so many guys older that we bring in that don't work, and it hurts us. And then all of a sudden, we go into a year and we say, you know what? We're going to play our young guys and develop them in the course of the year, and you win a Super Bowl. I'm not changing up from that. Yeah, Robert Quinn, perfect. I mean, he had 17 sacks, and we got him. And he did, like, what, 2 sacks all year? That stuff don't work most of the time. It doesn't. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you get lucky. But for us in the years past, it doesn't work. I say develop the young guys. If I trade for somebody, it's going to be a young guy. It's going to be a young guy who's, maybe needs a change of scenery, maybe, buried on a depth chart, maybe, contract situation coming up. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, Shaq Leonard and right. I said Shaq Barrett, Shaq Leonard. My bad. City Brown runs around like a chick. He does, yeah. We didn't have Vic back then, though. No, and we didn't. But guess what we did? Guess what Vic did? Vic didn't go out and get a bunch of old free agents. He didn't go out and get 30-year-old safeties and stuff. He played the young guys. He played Q. He played Cooper Dejean. He went out and let Jalix Hunt got reps. He let those young guys play and develop. I'm not going off of that recipe. Yeah, Bennett just got here. I thought he had a good game. Quinn was such a waste. He looked like he had bad knees working from. I know. Ben had a good game, but got absolutely cooked against the Browns ones in practice. Oh, yeah, I mean, it happens. But look how he played, though, Philly, happy Monday, brother. What do you think of converting Wilson to tight end with Metchie trade? We got Smitty, AJ, maybe fourth wide receiver, getting Battle Smith. I just don't know if you can do it now. You know what I mean? Because, like, I wonder if that would take a full season, and he'd have to get a little bit, like, heavier. But, I mean, possibly down the road. Philly, thank you, Jules. I appreciate that. I'm still pretty sick. I'm going to get all my work done for my channel today, and I'm going to go to bed. 8500, anything. What's going on, Laceford? Anything with what? I'm not saying we shouldn't go out and make a move. Howie needs to do that if he does. I'm just saying I don't think it should be 31-year-old guys. I don't think it needs to be Justin Williams or Justice Simmons. I don't think it needs to be Stephon Gilmore. Like, I think it needs to be young. Would do a third and a fifth, and it would be enough to get J.C. Horn. I don't think it would be enough to get J.C. Horn. You think it would? I don't know. I mean, we'll find out. Ben has potential to replace Isaiah Rodgers' level production. Possibly. I mean, we didn't hear anything from him today. I was really wanted to see what they were going to do. Like, was he going to get some reps or anything like that with the first team? Didn't really hear of anything. Let's see here. So we're between players and the press conferences. Once the next player comes up, I'm going to get out of here. I don't know why they won't give Eli. Yeah, I agree, Anthony. Like he played into the. I mean, he played into the fourth quarter. He didn't come out until the fourth quarter. I'd go after Garrett Williams, 24 years old, top 20 cornerback, a bad team, and still on a rookie contract. What team? What team? That's because that's what I'm talking about. Well, Gonzalez, no. I mean, New England's not going to trade him. You know, Cards. Well, the Cards do owe us. That Jonathan Gannon moron. Yeah, I mean, I think you got to think in terms of even how they got Jacorian Bennett, right? They got a corner that has some production, that has played in the league, that is young, that is playing on a team that does not fit the system now, but still has talent. That's what they did to get Bennett. Same thing what they did with C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That's the kind of trade we got to look for. Y'all scared of what? Scared of what? The Dallas Browns. They really think that they're something. Like your days are over back in the 90s. It's over. It's over for you. You're just the Cleveland Browns with a star on your helmet. That's it. You're the Cleveland Browns with a star on your helmet. Cowboys stink, yeah. Slay and Gilmore are the same age, playing at about the same level, and they could help the young guys even better. But he would be cheap. You wouldn't cut Dory Gilmore. I probably cut. Look, if the Eagles if they felt desperate and they felt like that they had to go out and get Gilmore, fine, I could live with it. However, I don't know what Gilmore has left. I mean, honestly, you want to say where Slay is? Slay's on a team. Slay is playing and practicing. Gilmore's not. Why is Gilmore not practicing? Why is he now on a team? Like that worries me. But I would probably cut a Dory Jackson regardless. Like I think I'm gonna cut a Dory and not sign Gilmore. You know, in a desperate situation. In a desperate situation, okay, but I'd rather play the young guys, man. Howie in the lab, he wanted an old head. He would have gotten him already. Agreed. Should have picked up Ramsey when we had the chance. There was talk. I think part of it was, Ramsey didn't get along with Vic Fangio. Like part of those guys in Miami that didn't like Fangio, Ramsey was one of those guys. So I don't know how serious that was. They will put Cooper quarterback 2 before they bring a veteran. Already got Bennett. Well, they got him out quarterback 2 today. Big Dog, I did Mark's live yesterday. I was so sad and it was pathetic. I feel sorry for them. It was bad, Master Eagle. Like the arrogance and the elite scumbagness that Cowboy fans portray is just unbelievable. Like they've done nothing for 30 years and they act like it's a problem, and they are cocky and arrogant. And then Mark runs and does a video acting like the Eagle fans are overconfident when it's not the Eagle fans. The Eagle fans are explaining things and they're just laughing at Leo and they're muting him. It was pathetic. Remember, we still need a viable backup behind Q as well. Bennett and fill that role. Yeah, we need one. Jair Alexander was a plate signed for under $5 million. Could be right. I was scratching my head trying to understand where they get some of the stuff from. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I don't get it either. Dow fans are dealing with the inevitable depression of knowing their owner is who he is, his successor. I think they have a real problem understanding how the rest of the league sees them. Like, I think Cowboy fans see themselves as, we've got 5 rings and look at the 90s and we're this and we're that. That's how they see themselves. I don't think they see it like other fans don't see Cowboys like that anymore. They see the Cowboys like the Browns or the Raiders, teams that do nothing. That's what they are. They're nothing. They're the Dallas Browns. The only difference between the Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns are the Cowboys got a star on their helmet and the Browns have nothing on their helmet. Jerry Jones is 16,022 years old. It is actually his birthday. He's 16,023 years old. They definitely have rose-colored glasses. You can't talk logically with them about anything. If you do, it's like, oh, you're arrogant, you're brain, and then they act so overconfident playing us. Then they run and do videos claiming that we're overconfident. It's crazy. They're nuts. They're nuts. I hope we put 50 points up on them. All right, so Jacorian Bennett is speaking right now. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear that by chance?
What have you noticed about, his athleticism, his versatility, and short time?
Nah, Coop's nice. Coop's nice. He like you said, he can do everything because people look at his physical attributes, but I feel like it's all mental, really. Like he's smart, one of the smartest guys in the room, and so
Get the job.
to be able to play all those positions, you got to be smart. So yeah, Coops, he's a guy for sure.
Come through, which is like kind of an example.
Say it again.
What's kind of an example of that intelligence from him?
Like from him? You see it like all the positions he playing. Like it's a different type of mental battle when you playing safety, then you play nickel, then you can play outside.
Now, can you hear
like,
it if
it's
I do that?
different things you got to worry about at different
that?
positions. So when you can do
I
that,
just don't want to get
the proof is in the pudding.
copyrighted, so I got to be careful with the video.
Some of the receivers. I know AJ hasn't practiced since you got here.
But can you hear it?
You've had quite a few reps on the
Right.
tape. What has that kind of been like? How has that helped you?
Yeah, man, it's been good. He's one of the best receivers for a reason, and like especially like with our offense, they do a good job with just their route concepts and stuff. And so it's definitely been fun. And I know it's cliche, but iron sharpens iron. So when you go out there and you battle with those guys, it just makes the game a lot easier. I've been thinking about this. I'm glad you said something. It depends on what number is available, after the cuts. But if it's no number that I like, then I don't see anything wrong with being 49. It is a little ugly, but it's all right. Yeah.
Have you ever played any reps in the slot anywhere?
Yeah. In college, I played everything. When I went off to the Senior Bowl.
I like playing his confidence. Don't worry about him.
Yeah,
I agree.
I have experience from it.
He seems like he's happy, like he's smiling.
I feel like it's all football. I wouldn't say
getting
there's anything I like particular. Like I play corner, nickel, whatever. So as long as I'm on the field and I'm just gonna play and do what I do.
I think he's comfortable.
Communication from the coaches that you get some reps there?
Oh, nah.
I think Bennett is too. I think Bennett's gonna. Yeah, he needs reps.
Be able to figure out what's what, and you got your stuff from.
He's smiling though. I'll tell you that.
Everything's still in Vegas now. My house out there, so
I think he's
cool. Like I'm
way
figuring
more
things out.
comfortable than last week.
Slowly but surely. But really, the priority is getting this playbook down and doing what I got to do so I can help the team. So yeah.
That Reed, Cooper, and Kenyon are doing a good job of making you feel like a brother. What are they doing to help you feel?
I would say just going on DB little dinners, just talking, chilling, just doing what brothers do. Just joke around, and they definitely make me feel like I've been here the whole time. But you know, I'm going on what 2 weeks now, something like that. And so yeah.
That 4340 has always been attached to your name. Are there guys on the team who tried to race you because guys?
Bennett will be a starter. People are giving.
Yeah, nah, nobody said
definitely don't give up on him. I thought he played good.
I don't think they would want to, for real. You know, but yeah.
We saw you get a little banged up in the game. How hard were you fighting to get back in?
Oh yeah. I was cool. It was not the wind got knocked out of me. You know what I'm saying, when I was trying to punch the ball out, whatnot. And so, but yeah, I'm good, man.
It is. He's good.
How much do you bring up questions to the coaches versus them bringing things to you?
I always ask questions. I feel like question never asked is a dumb question. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to ask all the questions I can ask, because when you're on the field, you just want to feel free. You want to feel like you know everything. You just go out there and just play fast. So
true.
When you ask all the questions, there's none that you should question on the field. You should just go out there and just trust yourself.
Down, how much do you feel is left?
Say it again.
Still getting the playbook down? How close?
Oh yeah. No, I'm pretty close. I'm feeling good. Like I can go out there and do what I got to do.
He looks like he's getting way more comfortable. All right, cool. And with that, we are going to get out of here. I'm going to try to do another video today if my voice will put up with it. Let me thank everybody for joining me. I appreciate it. With over 1,000 people. It was awesome. And yeah, we'll be back hopefully later today. And then definitely tomorrow morning as well. So look for that. I think Mac McWilliams is up next if you guys want to go check it out on the Eagles site. With that said, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a great day. Peace out. See you later.
2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott! Trying to feed the Lamb! Trying to feed the Lamb! You tried to feed the Lamb! You got to give it to Lamb! God! It's over! It's over, Dak! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.